Well, missing no more. 27-year-old hiker Tiffany Slayton has been found, as we said, safe and sound, alive in Fresno County. Now, just last night we told you about the search being scaled back. Today, she was found in a cabin by the owner of Vermilion Valley Resort. He says this was his second attempt to go back up into the Sierra to check on his properties, as he was aware of the search for Slayton.
Fox 26 reporter Brianda Lemus talked with Slayton's parents, the Fresno County Sheriff's Office, as well as the owner of the resort, who shared their relief after the great news that Tiffany was found. Brianda?
That's right. Shocking is the word many of us are using, and also Christopher Gutierrez, who is the owner of the resort, and says it fits the scenario. Bobby and Fredrina Slayton were still worried about their daughter on Mother's Day, and they say after finding her, this is truly another best day of their lives.
She said, "I'm sorry." She said, "Dad, I'm alive and I'm sorry. But I'm alive, and I wanted to call you and let you know that I'm alive."
Shocking is how many describe the finding of 27-year-old Tiffany Slayton and describing this scenario, including Christopher Gutierrez, who found Slayton in one of his cabins at the Vermilion Valley Resort. Gutierrez says about a week ago he made a visit to his cabins but was unsuccessful in getting in, so he turned around. On his way back down, he saw the sheriff's office out in Shaver Lake looking for Tiffany.
And we just basically wanted to get eyes on the place. We knew there was a missing hiker, but we had no inclination or, idea how far they could actually make it.
After the snowfall Tuesday night, the search for Tiffany was a bigger concern.
It was pretty hairy going in, so we made the decision to break up some ice. We were sliding off the road, so it was pretty icy. But we managed to get in there and spent about an hour and a half breaking ice.
Gutierrez says he leaves the doors to his cabins open for this exact reason: hikers getting lost and giving them a place to be able to make it to.
We see the door open, and I see some shoes down there. I'm like, okay, well, it's just a hiker who decided to, hold up in the blizzard that we had that previous night. And so as soon as we start making our way there, here comes Tiffany. She pops out, deer in the headlights. And as soon as I saw her, the look on her face, and by the way, she's striking a resemblance to her mother. So she pops out, didn't say a word, just ran up, and all she wanted was a hug.
Gutierrez says as he was driving Slayton down to meet with the sheriff's office and medics, she said she had an idea of how long she was missing. She said about 22 days, and it turned out to be 24 days. The sheriff's department says the last time they heard from Slayton was April 24th near the Cressman's General Store, and she was located at the Vermilion Valley Resort. That's over 50 miles up the mountains and over 6 miles away from Mono Hot Springs, which she wanted to visit. Fredrina says Mother's Day for her was terrible this year, not knowing where her daughter is or if seeing her in this video on China Peak cameras was the last time her daughter would have been seen.
And I just struggled with that one video for the longest time. But looking past that, I'm just thankful that all of this has worked out the way that it has. And it's a brighter time for us, at least for today.
Tiffany, when she was found, she was dehydrated but is now doing amazing and is also recovering. Her parents are expected to make their arrival to Fresno tomorrow, where she will also be celebrating her 28th birthday. Her parents say they've always been an outdoorsy family, teaching their children how to survive in certain scenarios if they have to, and say this definitely played a big part in her surviving. Now, the sheriff's department is now going to backtrack Tiffany's experience to time lapse the location to the days and see how exactly she survived. In Fresno, Brianda Lemus, Fox 26 News.
And Brianda, we were talking about this. Is there any food requests that she made? Because obviously it'd been a while and she had ran out of food. There was one thing you told me that she did ask for, right?
Yeah, so Christian Gutierrez mentioned that on her way down, all she wanted was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Gutierrez says that they had just done a grocery run to stock up the cabins, and he says she had plenty of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which I'm sure all of us in the community watching are just happy she was found.
Indeed, and I can't wait for that reunion to happen. I'm sure her parents are just, eager oh so much and relieved. All right, thanks so much, Brianda. Now, at one point, search crews say they did fly a helicopter over Mono Hot Springs and Lake Edison areas, but the crew never found any trace of Tiffany or her belongings.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.